The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Nova. Hey, Josephina.
Oh my God.
Smell every fart.
Give me a fright.
I guess everything's got to be tried for the first time at some stage.
Brisbane's Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill.
The best, honestly, nuts I've ever tasted.
6:03 Tuesday morning.
Hey, yo.
Good morning.
Morning.
How was everyone?
Good.
Good.
I thought I was running late this morning driving in because it was so bright.
So did I. When I got out of bed, I'm like, I feel like I'm really late.
Mm.
And I was.
Well, you're here now. That's all that matters.
Well, I was late too, and then for a similar reason, Suze was nearly late again because
Yes.
like I left the unit to come to work, and as I'm driving here, I went, "Oh, I've left my phone at the
Oh, no.
unit,"
That's what you did.
and I went, "Should I only leave? Like it's only a few hours. Can I go?" And I went, "No, I can't. I just can't. I cannot be."
I don't reckon I
without
could
that phone
either.
for 3 hours.
It has got to be attached to my hand.
Yeah.
We should try that as a challenge. Oh, no.
I did a week of it.
Too painful.
A week with no phone.
Oh, you did too.
When?
Malulabar for the holiday before the one that we just did.
Was it weird?
Sucked for the first 3 days.
Yeah.
I was getting shakes. No, I'm joking.
Were you going on any other social media
Nah.
devices?
Nah.
Nothing.
No phone, no laptop.
What if someone needed to contact you urgently?
Well, they didn't because I was with my family. Any people that actually contact me is my wife.
She was there.
She was there.
What about you?
I'm Chris Bazzina. They call me Buzz on air, but
They call me Daddy at home.
Oh, okay.
nobody calls me outside of there.
Oh, God. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
how to
it
do
is a
that.
challenge. I know when I go out fishing off 1770, you go well out of range there, and the phone goes off, and if you're out for a day or two, you just by
Well, that's just dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
by instinct,
Yes.
you go checking the phone.
Nothing there.
Nothing.
Oh, Lutzi, you're right, buddy.
Getting emotional when he does this. I'm just sitting it out there.
You two can't talk to each other for at least 2 days.
Yeah.
I got a massive one coming up this morning.
Do we?
Yep.
Jeez, look at that.
Sydney.
Schrinn-Dog.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh,
Sure.
David Woodward.
Yep.
From Channel 7, the US Bureau Chief. Now, he's going to talk to us about Diddy, about what's going on with
What's
P.
going on
Diddy.
there? I've got
Yeah.
no idea.
God.
That's a good one.
That has got the potential to be like all time. I'll break that down for you after 7 o'clock.
And yesterday you brought up Silly Sollies, Lutzi.
Yeah.
We found a phone number on the website.
Yes.
We're calling Silly
Solly.
Solly back.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I said bird. It's cold in here. I said there must be some content in the atmosphere. Here we go.
All right, we got producers in.
These should be great today because they've had a couple of weeks to save all their good stories, pitch us some good gear. So we've got Nick against Alicia. All right.
Here we go. 5 seconds, Nick. His head's in the game. It starts now.
The viral sensation of 2024 finally gets the treatment she deserves.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Do you?
I
I'm impressed.
I don't.
I don't either.
This is everything for Nick. You saw how he prepared for a
Yes.
Division 4 grand final.
Like, he had a chance to talk on air then
Yeah,
and gave it up
exactly.
beforehand. Like,
Oh,
that's-
yeah, good point.
He never does that.
Never does that.
All right, Alicia, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
AFL spat with Katy Perry revealed ahead of grand final performance.
Oh, I know this one actually as well. That's a good one. Oh,
They're
actually,
both strong.
if you don't win that, maybe I'll do that in my spots.
well, I'm gonna go for Nick then.
Okay, I'll go, Alicia.
Oh, good. I'm going to go Nick, and I'm going to steal it
I'll print off the bullet points for you, Sue.
at 650.
Oh, that's good. That's a good snitch right there.
I've got to say,
But Alicia, that's what it's all about. You brought gear to the table.
That's a good
it's been
story.
Yeah, that's it.
Put
Can
up
you
in
get
A
the
grade.
clips? Can you get the clips as well, please?
And print out a little script. Well, actually, just pass what you were going to say over to Suze. She'll read it. I bet you I know what you were on
I
about.
was going to say 5 in a row feels very good. Ash, what was I going to talk about?
Hock tour.
Incorrect. That was the mislead, and I got you. No, but it does reveal the incredible nature of the internet. We cannot control what goes viral, as we saw Hock Tour Girl, which really should have learnt from the Bart Simpson I Didn't Do It episode over 30 years ago. You have your moment of fame, and then you kind of move on. Right now, the
She's
internet...
still going, though.
A little editorial from Nick.
Yeah.
What was that?
Read my column, the Courier Mail.
I didn't do it. Nobody said we do it.
No, so she's now got a podcast now, but...
No, is that what the Bart Simpson thing was?
Oh, yeah, so about 30 years ago, there was an episode of The Simpsons where Bart had a catchphrase.
I didn't do it. Nobody said we do it.
I didn't do
You
it.
can't prove anything.
No,
Is that it?
no, it was just, I didn't do it. And then he spent the next...
He did say that as well.
It was a great exploration of 15 seconds of fame. And eventually it dies out. Right now, the internet is going nuts for a tiny hippo in a Thai zoo called Mu Deng. Now, right now, this is all over TikTok. You guys will see it on Instagram in probably a couple of weeks' time. Just the way it works. And it has now got its own 24-hour long, a day live feed. This beautiful, tiny little baby hippo.
I've seen it, yeah.
Wow.
There we go. And right now, the internet is going nuts for it. And it has knocked Hok to a Girl off the internet, and now people are screaming about this. We cannot truly control what happens on the net. And now...
I didn't do it.
That's it. That's the one. So now, the internet's obsessed with a hippo, and I've now got to think about how this affects our content and what I put on the show, and how I somehow work this hippo into what we do to somehow keep selling our show with the internet and a hippo.
And how do you do
So it's
that?
tough for me. I don't know.
What sort of viewage is it getting? What do you mean by it goes
Like,
viral?
we're
Millions and millions?
talking now, millions of people a day are tuning into the live feed of this baby hippo in its zoo enclosure. Now, not unseen before. We've seen this in Australia Zoo. We've seen this around the world. But right now, it just proves that we cannot control what's out there on the internet. For example, we know that there are, if you go looking for something, you might find a GPS cross-country record from the 90s. We might find an Australian indie film from the 2000s, which really deserves more accolades. Or we might find out that in 1998, a certain Australian golden girl was about to have her own line of homewares to become Australia's next Martha Stewart.
Is that right?
That'll be revealed at a later time.
You've been way richer
Jeez,
than
you
this.
know more about us than we do.
That's my job. That's my job.
He also had yesterday off, so he's had plenty of time to,
Yes, I
to
have.
prep.
He spent the 2 weeks wisely.
Can we get the hippo feed on that TV?
Yeah, let's get it up
behind
now.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
So no Brownlow for our boy, Lockie. He missed out.
Well, yeah, he didn't even... Was it top 10, I don't think?
Oh, that's all right. He's still had a good season. Has he? No.
Was that?
It's like he was like on the third line of betting, wasn't he, Lutzi? Like you got him for
Yeah.
$6 or $7 or
$6.50, I think I got him on.
do
But,
they keep all Brownlow medals votes K5 for the entire season?
Apparently, yeah.
Like so you never get to find out.
Yeah,
It's done by the umpires, isn't it?
Because in rugby league,
'Cause it's
the
betting.
rugby league medal is the Dally M medal, but it's open voting for probably more than half the season, and then it goes behind closed doors. But you know who's in front.
Yeah, the umpires do it straight after the game. They're put away, locked away, and every year there's a big sort of ceremonial armour guard bloke who walks the votes in so they are unseen by anyone.
Is there any conjecture around the fact that the umpires who already have that much responsibility in determining the play-by-play and keeping their eye on what's happening in that exact
Yes.
moment, that they are the right people at the end of that to judge who are the best players?
Yeah, this comes up a lot.
There's an argument for it.
There's a very good argument for it. They've got enough to do.
Yeah.
Who does the rugby league equivalent? Not the umpires or refs?
Experts.
Yes, experts.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's journalists, former players. They get to vote. And I guess there's no right or wrong, but also with an umpire would have a personal relationship with the players to some point of view. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like you could be a great player, but if you give me back chat or something like that in a game, I might at the end of that game go,
Stuff you.
well, I'm not going to give them to her because she was a bit of a loudmouth or whatever it might be.
She gave me some lip.
Yeah.
They do 3, 2, 1. They do 3
Yeah.
and rank them best and fairest or best on field or what?
It's a subjective who they think is the best, and,
Best player.
and usually it's a midfielder's medal, the guys that run around in the middle of the field, because really that's umpires that's who they really see the most.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
So they usually there's a bit of a Cripps, Dacos, Neil. They usually see them all the time, so it's very subjective. It's very top of mind.
Yeah. Because, like an
So
umpire wouldn't see the
forward wouldn't get as much
Yeah.
activity.
No,
No.
So Cripps won it.
Yeah, it was a record. It's like 45.
45
Yeah.
votes, incredible. Yeah.
Blitzed it.
And is that his second or third now, Nick?
That's his second. So the first time he won was that year that Lockie Neal probably should have won it, but Carlton's lawyers got Cripps off the charge, and he won by a couple of votes over Lockie.
How do you feel about that, Nick? You're just talking about it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
So, Lutzi, I know that you spoke about going to that silly Solly's yesterday when you're on holidays
Yeah, I was down at Coolangatta.
down at Coolangatta, but how did you come about getting Silly Solly's number.
I didn't. Lockie came to me late yesterday in our afternoon meeting that you guys don't come to and said, look, there's a website, or whatever, I guess it was a Silly Solly one, where it literally says 24/7 call Solly. Well, you can't just call Solly from Silly Solly's.
No.
So we thought we'd try it.
Here we go.
Let's have a go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Solly,
Yes.
it's Lutzy from Nova Radio in Brizzy.
Yeah. How are you, buddy?
Good, mate. It's just actually, I was down at Coolangatta during the week, at a week off, and was blown away by Silly Solly's at Cooley. Are you actually Solly?
Yeah.
Are you Solly?
Yeah, mate. I am. I'm a has-been now, but we're looking for wannabes.
Man, that Coolangatta store's off the chart. I had a field
Yes.
day in there.
Mate, 10,000 products, nothing over $5.
Where did
I
you?
tell you what you haven't seen, we're doing frozen now in selected stores. Nothing over $5, yeah.
Like what?
Where do you get all the gear from?
Oh, mate, everywhere. There's plenty of gear. Well, that's why they had the Senate inquiry, so the cost of living. I mean, but, mate, we've been putting a smile on people's faces for the last 4 or 5 years, so we just thought there was a need to come back as resurrectors, nothing over $5 shop, and mainly to take the online shopping out of it. Like, everyone complains if they're doing no good. Oh, online shopping are killing us. Well, we don't have any complaints about that because they're not standing in front of a $1 or $2 item, taking a picture on their phone and checking it with Amazon and Harvey Norman and anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally agree.
So we're making shopping great again. Yeah,
So you're you're Solly, right?
yeah I am, yeah.
So when were you Silly Solly's when you started in Rock?
Yeah. I know I'm silly. Come and see why. Yes, it was me. I had to do all the TV ads, but as I said, do all the radio ads and do all that. Sometimes I still do them. It depends.
And with your phone number on the website or wherever we found it, do you get many phone calls of people like us or customers?
Absolutely. Every day. Well, I like to, as I said, each store's so busy. Oh, look, I get 7 or 8 phone calls a day, not only from franchisees, but from people wanting to know, do you have tutus in stock at Yarrabilba? Or when are you opening in WA? Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I just left Robina and I left my purse on the counter. Or, oh, there's just ringing up. Have you got those $5 curtains in stock? Yes, of course we have.
Holy shit! Just sorry to butt in for it, but just as an example, it's got. I just jumped on your website. It's got like a packet of M&Ms, like a stock standard packet of M&Ms. He sells a box, like a box of M&Ms.
Yeah, we're selling a box.
12 packets of M&Ms.
At the moment, $5. Yeah. At the moment, we've got the box of Roses, Cadbury Roses chocolates, which are synonymous. 420 gram, $18 in the big stores. Stuff for supermarkets. I love that. We're selling them for $5. Some of this stuff is cheap enough. Take it home and just throw it at the cat to make the baby laugh. People ask us all the time, where do you get the stuff from? How come it's so cheap? Well, it fell off the back of a low-flying jumbo last night. We shouted to the pilot, but we didn't quite shout loud enough, see?
Oh, this is the best, man.
Oh, we found ourselves a live one. Silly Solly, who knew?
Good on you, brother. Well, you made my day better. And like honestly, down in Cooley, there was a couple of people there that you could tell weren't travelling too well. That had big smiles on their faces too, mate. So
well, that's what we're there for. Everyday Australians. That's what we're there for. We're making shopping great again.
Good on you, brother. Good man. We'll
Hey,
stay in touch with you.
You guys have a great day, eh?
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
There's Katy Perry's Firework here on Nova. Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill, the home of Smarter Than Suze. 8 and 9 a.m. we play every morning.
Just a reminder, after 7 o'clock, we're going to speak to the Channel 7 US Bureau Chief, David Boywood, who will bring us up to date in layman terms about what's going on with P. Diddy.
Yeah, and $700 with Smarter Than Suze, by the way, at 8 o'clock as well.
Interesting. That was Katy Perry Fireworks. Well, she's going to be performing at the grand final. I'm just switching back.
I thought you were doing like a little back announce. That was Katy Perry Fireworks on
Well,
Nova.
my job's become redundant.
Coming up next,
22
106
degrees.
49. Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill. No.
Yeah, she's playing what?
She's playing the AFL Grand Final
I'm going, by the way. I'm going.
Oh, my God, how good.
Yep.
Well, there's been a bit of controversy around it, though,
Oh, what's the problem?
because the AFL booked her and they obviously wanted to play all her bangers. They said, we only want your bangers, they said.
Fair enough. In my mind, it's like...
Imagine if Richmond were playing and she was singing.
Oh,
this
yeah.
What's that?
Well, they're the Tigers.
More.
But in my mind, they're paying her money. Like it's like they're hiring her for a wedding. So you get to choose what she plays.
Yeah, well, they reckon
I agree with that.
They reckon they're paying her about $5 million. But maybe
Okay, well that's a big wedding.
But maybe for her, she's like, could take it or leave $5 million. If I'm going to play, I want to promote my new songs as well. So it's been a bit of back and forth.
So what are they going to do?
She wanted to play 2 of her new songs, but they've agreed on 1 of her new songs. So they want her to play Firework. They want her to play. Have you got Raw?
I'm playing it.
Yeah, big fan of hers.
Massive.
I should say that
So what else has she got? Firework.
she's got Teenage
Well,
Dream.
you know that song, Raw? This is it.
She's got Teenage Dream.
Teenage Dream.
Sorry, I was like, there you go.
What about the one where she kisses a girl?
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Yeah, but what about the song?
So
Is
hang
this
on,
getting a run?
Are you rattling one she's going to play, or you don't know?
I don't know. I'm just speculating. She's going to play 5 songs. She's going to play 4 old ones, and she's going to play 1 new one from her album 143.
I reckon it'll be Lifetimes.
Yeah,
This will be the new one she plays. It's a vibe. It's a cool song.
yeah. This album hasn't got a lot of good critical reviews.
Oh, I've heard this.
I think it's good.
It's not as if she's just playing.
I
something.
haven't heard this. This will sound random to me.
I think you'll hear it on like.
The,
I don't think we play it, but you might hear it on like a promo.
This song?
Yeah.
No, you'll hear it on Ash Lutzy and Susie O'Neill. 6 a.m. weekdays. Yeah, we play it on the show.
The annoying thing that she is doing, though, which is what I've got annoyed about, is that she's going to rehearse Katy Perry on the Thursday.
Yeah.
And that was when the Lions were meant to do their last big training session
Oh,
at the
captain
MCG. No, they're still going to do
okay.
They're still going to do a light captain's run on the Friday, but the Lions wanted to do a really big training run on the Thursday at the MCG. Cancelled. They can't do it because Katy Perry is rehearsing for the concert.
Why can't she go at a different time?
Because she's Katy Perry.
Because she's
I don't
Katy
know.
Perry, yeah. I should mention as well that Cody Simpson's.
Yeah.
Is doing the anthem.
National anthem, yeah.
National
That's a
anthem.
good gig for him too.
Yeah.
But I was just going to say, I can't believe that Katy Perry outranks the Brisbane Lions on grand
That is
final
pretty crazy.
week.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
So
But
where
I
are they
suppose-
going to train?
It didn't say. It just said in the article I read. It said that I'm just looking at Nick in case he knows. They're upset because they can't do their big.
Well,
training
their
run.
last real training session
Yeah.
on Thursday, where they're running out and getting a feel for the ground.
Yeah, yeah. But back to the concerts, because I went to the AFL Grand Final 2 years ago, exactly on this day. Actually, it came up in my photo memories, and Robbie Williams was the performer before it, who was awesome. Here's a bit of him performing.
Can you hear me?
He's great.
Do you feel me? I don't wanna rock, DJ.
That would have been huge.
Yeah.
It was so good. I mean, and I don't know if I should say this because
Well,
I am
you
an
did.
athlete, but I almost enjoy the performances more than
The
the actual game. Like, it's like a Robbie Williams concert.
Yeah.
Why was I there? I was doing a work function before it.
Cha-ching.
But he also had to play one of his new songs, and this is him announcing it.
Are relentless, abandoning the permafrost. It's the obligatory new song. We'll get through it together.
At least he's honest about it.
That's pretty funny, isn't it? The new song.
Obligatory new song. We'll get through it.
Because no one knew
This
it.
goes for 2 minutes, by the way.
Can anyone remember who performed last year before the AFL Grand Final?
Kiss.
I was asking everyone here, Nick. I knew
Oh,
that you would know
Nick.
the answer.
I was there.
Get him away from the microphone.
I was there, and I didn't even listen to it. I went inside the bar because there was no lineup as Kiss was playing.
God.
Yeah, I reckon
I
I
never
would
would have got that. Kiss played last year.
Yeah, I was
Past
just
year.
surprised too.
I wouldn't have got it. No, I was there.
I went to the
I'd forgotten.
NRL grand final. I couldn't tell you who that was. Who was that last year?
Yeah, I was there. No idea.
Everyone's scared to talk.
No, Nick will know. You,
Nick?
Nick. No, come on.
Yeah,
I'm just
what?
joking. I'm joking. I like.
Oh, hang on.
I like
I know.
you contributing.
I went a couple of years
He
ago. And it
knows
was
the
my boys.
answer.
One Republic, but that was
Wasn't Tina
not
last year, was it?
Oh,
The
was
musical?
Tina Turner that wasn't her.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Tina Turner's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
It was a Tina Turner impersonator. Come on, NRL.
Does anyone know who it
is
is
that
this
who
year?
it was last year?
Yeah,
Oh
that actually
my
was. I
God.
went inside of the bar for that as well.
Okay. No one answered this one. I mean, Nick, don't answer this one. Everyone else try and answer. Who's doing the NRL pre-game grand final
Oh,
this
we've
year?
spoken
shut up
about
as well.
that. Yeah.
Oh, you know
Who
it.
is it?
Kid Leroy.
Yeah.
Oh, to the kid.
Mm.
So who do you reckon will be better, Kid Leroy or Katy Perry?
Well, I mean, you're a kid fan, but Katy Perry's a pretty
Kid
huge
Leroy fan. Can we
act.
just...
What?
You're a fan of Kid.
What?
A Kid Leroy fan. You're a father, mate.
You fair.
What's wrong with being a Kid Leroy fan?
No, don't worry. And Katy Perry. I still think you're more likely to buy someone's album if you just play your bangers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
If she just
You're more likely
if
to
he
check
knocks
out
the
her
socks
new-
off,
her
you'll
new
go,
work,
okay, she
yeah.
got some new stuff, and they'll put on, ladies and gentlemen, Katy Perry's new album is on sale, and, on the big screen.
Yeah.
Do you really need? And I reckon, as Robbie Williams did, he regretted playing the new one as soon as he started playing it.
Yeah.
Because he watches everyone leaving their seats.
But they're pushed into it by the
true.
record execs too, because the record exec says, "Look, we'll get it to her, but you have to do this." I get your point though. I think it is a better way to promote it by just showing
just
how
being
good you
awesome.
have been.
Yeah.
It's fully set up like a concert as well. The Robbie Williams one had fireworks and stages. I mean, talk about affecting the game or the players. Like it was all stuff all over the field. I don't know if it would have dented all the ground.
I think the AFL will put on a better performance than the NRL will.
Yeah, and also, how long do you reckon the AFL Grand Final will be in the afternoon? That's a big, it's hanging in there, isn't it?
Oh, that traditional
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
slot
yeah,
rather than
2
move to
o'clock.
a nighttime grand final. Well,
Yeah.
didn't they do it when we played it up
in
at the
Brisbane.
Gabba? That was a nighttime grand
thing.
final. Yeah.
I was there again, I forget.
I think there's a couple of reasons why it's early in Melbourne, to do with the entertainment afterwards and the cut-off when the noise is around the area, because that's one thing with having an inner-city stadium. So they have heaps of
Yes.
corporate
Restrictions.
and events around
Yeah, yeah,
AFL.
yeah, yeah,
So they have
yeah.
after parties, and they have to be finished pretty early, like I'm trying to say 10 or 10:30, because of.
Yeah.
So that's one reason why they say it'll stay at 2 o'clock.
Well, two big artists anyway, NRL and AFL Grand Final, Katy Perry and Kid Leroy. Up next, we'll chat with David Woywood, who is over in the US, all about P. Diddy and everything you need to know.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
All right, P. Diddy, as you all know, is one of the biggest, most successful music moguls in the history of rap. And he was arrested last week. He's been charged with, among other things, sex trafficking and racketeering. And a lot of people are not aware of what's been going on and what's happening at the moment. He's in prison or jail, whatever they call
One
it.
of those
over
New
at the
York
moment.
sort of prisons, those city prisons.
Yeah, just outside in Brooklyn actually,
Yeah.
and it's a notorious place where bad things happen, and that's where he's being held under suicide watch at the moment. And David Woywood is the 7 News US bureau chief, so I imagine this has been taking up a fair bit of your time. I know you got the election and everything else going on there, but it was huge news last week. David, good morning, mate. Can you bring us up to date as to exactly what's going on with P. Diddy?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning. Yeah, well, as you point out there, P. Diddy right now is in that New York prison. He had applied for bail. He had put up $50 million to try and get that bail application over the line. Look, it was denied by that judge last week after this indictment was unsealed against him. And as you point out, it's pretty damning. It's the racketeering and conspiracy and sex trafficking charges that have now been levelled against P. Diddy. So, look, he has a lot of friends. He's very well connected within the music industry and within Hollywood and popular culture too. So a lot of people sort of running for cover here. They don't want their photo with him and with Diddy and them sort of making those public rounds. But we've seen a lot of those sort of coming out in the last few days as well. But it's not looking good for him. Look, he's just been put on, as you pointed out as well, suicide watch. And we are still just now waiting on that trial date to be set.
It was about, I don't know, it was earlier this year, I feel.
Well, they raided
I
his
remember
house or
the
something?
day we were on air, they raided his house.
that's right.
And there was some conjecture as to whether P. Diddy had split in his plane and taken off. And then it all kind of went underground. But it would appear that in that time between when that happened 6 months ago or so and last week when they finally arrested him at a New York hotel, that what they've been doing is putting together their evidence. And they obviously feel very strongly about the fact that they've got enough to keep him locked up? Because as you said, along these charges, there's also kidnapping, there's arson, there's bribery, there's talks about these things called freak parties. So they've been spending the last 6 months putting together what appears to be a very serious case against him.
Yeah, that's right. And just to pick up on that that point that you made there, these freak-offs. That's really at the centre.
Yes.
Yeah, freak-offs. It's at the centre of these charges. And essentially these were I don't want to call them parties, but they were these events that Diddy had hosted or he had arranged and produced, and it involved sex workers and a lot of women as well that had sort of been brought in, either drugged up or against their will to participate in these events. That's what's now being alleged against him. And as you point out, those prosecutors in this case, they had gathered that evidence much earlier in the year, and we saw those sensational pictures really of his mansions here in Los Angeles and in Miami as well being raided. Look, Diddy, he wasn't there at the time. He'd sort of jetted off on his plane as they went through those properties. They found weapons, they found some substances as well, those weapons that had serial numbers scratched off, so it raises questions what he was doing with them, what he was using those weapons for. So look, all of this is now featuring, and of course, we'd also seen those really harrowing, dramatic pictures of Diddy and one of his ex-girlfriends in a hotel, and essentially it involves him attacking her. It was that CCTV footage that's really put this on the radar. Incredible stuff there, and it'll be used in evidence against him too when this does eventually go to trial.
That was horrible, that footage. That's the first time I'd seen it, where he was dragging that lady back to the room, and that was
he bashed her. He just
it was absolutely horrible. So Ash actually sent around this thing to us all yesterday that Eminem had written about it in lyrics in July. So was it like an open secret in Hollywood, whatever that, or in America, that he was like this?
Well, Eminem goes like the lyrics are so blatantly saying that P Diddy.
We'll get them actually. We'll play that for you because it's unbelievable.
So do you think everyone knew, David? Was it? Sort of thing people whispered about.
It felt like that. It did feel like it was. It was often referenced in popular culture and sort of in interviews. Different celebrities would sort of allude to Diddy and his parties. They would sort of call it. It does seem that it was very well known, and that then raises some really serious questions. Why wasn't anything done for all of these years? This has now been alleged to be going on for as well. But it seemed like plenty of people were speaking at it at the time. Like, I haven't heard these Eminem lyrics, but that's not surprising at all.
Is it the same? Because Jeffrey Epstein was in that was the Metropolitan Correctional Center. Because you mentioned he's on suicide watch. That's where Epstein took his own life, quote unquote. Is that the same facility or is it a different one?
Yeah, it's the same jail, we understand. Whether or not it's exactly the same kind of area or the same unit within that prison system, not 100% sure right now. We can look into that. But, of course, that is then raised within sort of conspiratorial circles online regarding parallels between Jeffrey Epstein and P. Diddy here. Look, obviously, a lot of people would like to see P. Diddy make it to trial for his alleged crimes. In this case, of course, Jeffrey Epstein didn't quite make it to that starters line there on that case for some of those charges. So, they would like to see that, and they'd also like to know who else has been involved in this. If this was an open secret in Hollywood and within the music industry, was there anyone else involved in this?
And one of the things that has happened since Diddy got arrested is we've seen a couple of big name artists sort of withdraw their social media accounts and trying to distance themselves from any relationship that they had with Diddy. But are we expecting now that people will come forward? News of these freak-off parties and what was involved in that, which is, essentially orgies that they were having, and then being coerced into sexual activity with Diddy or any of his guests in some type of way to further their career. But then Diddy has that over them. It's something that if he's been found guilty of, it's not new behaviour. This is something that he has been doing allegedly for a long time.
Well, that is the major question here. And to pick up on that first point that you made about some of these celebrities that had been associated with Diddy for some time now. And look, Usher was the first one that sprung to mind, and he's just had his online Twitter or X account now wiped clean. He's now just coming out, we've read today, and saying that he was hacked, and he said it's got nothing to do with any of the Diddy situation there. So he's distancing himself from it. But we've also heard from some people, some staff members who have worked for Diddy over the years, whether in a security or other service role. And look, they have made some of these allegations, and I think at some point that they were kind of treated as maybe not too serious at the time, but now all of those allegations are being listened to with fresh ears now in the light of this indictment that has been unsealed. It is damning stuff.
Yeah, it could rock the music industry. In fact, and not just that, there's sporting, political figures and everyone that have been to these parties that has been documented. But we'll follow it as it unfolds, mate. And we appreciate your time this morning. David Woodward, the news, Channel 7 US Bureau Chief.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Just quickly on the way to news, we were speaking about the whole Diddy situation and mentioned that Eminem song, which is from his latest album. I think the song it's in is called Fuel. But now it's come to light. There's a line in the song that people weren't paying that much attention to, but in the light of what's happened with P. Diddy in the last week, people are now going, "Oh wow."
I'm like an R-A-P-E-R, got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Yep.
I mean, that's
Even
like,
that SA.
What does essay mean?
Well, it's
Sexual assault.
sexual assault.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, SA.
It's all like it's the whole thing's like a little poem. And remember, he's originally it's one took a job for me. He sent a Diddy in that as well.
does he?
He does too.
Originally, back in the day.
Yes,
OG.
he does too.
When was that? That was
Diddy.
Yeah.
that was a long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
Jeez.
So he's had beef, and I wonder if he, yeah.
Very good by
There you
Eminem.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. He's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Hello, Mitchell.
Yeah, we're out there.
Hello, guys. Oh, Buzz, I know you're a big lover of this place, right? Arrivederci. This is
Couples
your
meal deal.
go-to. Oh yeah, that's couples meal deal for one, right?
Yep.
That's the winner. Yeah, no, just double checking.
It's been around since the 90s too. When I used to go out before I was married, we would quite often go to
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Why did you mention before you were married? Did you go on dates there and stuff?
No, with friends. I mean, because that's so long ago. I use it as a reference point,
reference
like,
point
you
to
know,
your life.
BC. Before Christ.
Before Cliff. Yeah, we never used that before. That's bizarre.
We're keeping it local down here. We're at Sue Wong. We're at Experience Realty. Now I'm talking to Xander. Obviously starts with. Do you put the X in experience? Is that what we're down here? Right. Just you do. It's not just a happy coincidence, right?
No, I am the X in experience.
Okay. And I mean, what do you guys bring differently? Like, realty? What I love at the moment is you see the social media game for I think real estate at the moment seems to have upped. What are you guys doing that sets you guys apart?
We make very funny YouTube videos to go with all our properties. We do specialised sales, rentals, a small, close-knit team, and
nice.
Yeah, we're going good.
Well, you got a team here about 14. You were just telling me in and out of the office, and I think that's going to suit you guys. Maybe we can work one of these pizzas in, Buzz, into one of the videos because Arrivederci. I mean, on top of everything else they got going on, the couple's meal deal, they got 1, 2, or 3 meter long pizzas. Like I don't even know how that's possible. What kind of oven are we dealing with? And you got a 3 meter long pizza, but I mean, they are sort of the go-to in and around the Suncorp Stadium area. So I know we've been talking this morning. Luke Combs is coming back January 24 and 25. We've been giving out tickets. Will be all week as well. And I've just read that Arrivederci, they've signed on as partners for the Brizzy Raw. They've got their first home game coming up November 1. So I think anytime that you're in and around the Suncorp area, or if you're down here at Toowong as well, make Arrivederci the place to go. And the guys down here at Experience Realty, you're going to make it your business to get amongst Arrivederci, mate. So congratulations and thanks for signing up to Takeaway Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Nova. We all appreciate it.
All right, well, I'll see. Quiet at the moment. I did set with a 3 meter pizza on offer right here on the front desk. The staff are going to be rushing straight in, as are we. I think there might even have to be a challenge we get in the office, guys. Get a 3 meter long pizza and just see how long it takes. Start of the show and we'll get it finished by 9. All right,
bring one back.
Get that sorted.
I'm so hungry now.
Yeah, I know. You want to fling some of it this way? We'll talk details offline, Xander. Thanks very much. All right. Jump aboard the Nova Players. Sign up for Takeaway Tuesday.
Good on you, Mitchell. Unfortunately, Olivia Rodrigo not coming to Suncorp or Brisbane, in fact, but we're going to send you down to Sydney to see her live. We are looking for an Olivia Rodrigo fan. You have to know your Olivia trivia to get in the draw for this Friday. We'll do our first of 2 giveaways. So give us a call, 13 24 10, if you want to do Olivia trivia next.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Hey, it's Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Trivia.
Now, we're looking for the biggest Olivia Rodrigo fans to send to Sydney.
There'll be a few around.
Big trip.
Massive.
I was just looking at the questions, having a sneak peek. I reckon my daughter would get all of these answers.
Is she a big fan?
Yeah, massive. Massive fan. Who have we got?
Claire.
Oh, hello, Claire. Thanks for calling up.
Thank you.
Are you a big fan of Olivia Rodrigo?
I have. It has. Well, my daughter is, and listening to her over the last few years, and listening to my daughter speak about her, she's a massive fan. So, yeah, I would have to agree that I'm one as well. I listen to her music. So, yeah.
Well, we've got your daughter on the line here. Samantha, hello.
Hello.
You think Mum's going to do it for you?
Hopefully.
Are you guys in the same place now, or?
Oh no. Mum's at work right now. I'm just at home.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
So you can't even help her.
Yeah, well, Samantha, don't go blurting out the answer if Mum, doesn't know it. She's got to answer 2 out of 3 correctly.
Well, hang on, are you going to leave both of them up?
Nope.
Oh, you're not?
It's all on you, Claire.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no.
I'll just test it. Samantha, are you there? Or she's
you
gone.
take her
All
out.
right, she is redundant.
Oh, a lot of pressure on Claire.
Come on.
Feeling
All of the pressure.
All the pressure, yeah. Do you want me to do the questions?
You go.
Go for it.
Okay, question number 1, Claire. You've got to get 2 out of 3. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. But question number 1, how old is Olivia?
Oh, tough one. 22? 23?
Right.
Buzz giving you no room to breathe there.
She's 21.
Now, Samantha, listening on.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry, Benny. It's all right.
Okay, I think your mum's going to get this one. Mum Claire will get this one. You ready, Claire?
Okay.
Question number 2. According to Spotify, what is Olivia's most streamed song?
Driver's license.
Straight away. Correct. So you need this one. Need the third one here.
It all comes down to this.
To go on the
This
draw.
is a bit tricky, the third one. I'm not going to
Oh,
lie.
how's Samantha's nerves? I just want to check Samantha. Yeah, how are you feeling? It's
Very,
do or
very
die.
scared. Very scared right now.
It's like finals footy at the moment.
I
Everything's do or
know.
die. It all comes down to this.
With an untested player. It's like someone hasn't played the whole year and they've got to
Yeah.
come on the field and play the grand final.
Come on, Mum.
Okay, here we go. These lyrics are from what song? Okay, in inverted commas. Excuse me, that's not part of it. Okay, let me start again. In inverted commas. You're singing it together. Now I bet you even tell her how you love her.
You're singing it together. Now I bet you even tell her
How you love her.
Oh, dear.
Well, you don't want to get that feeling that you've been there before. What is that?
Oh, Samantha was smart. Now I know what she'd be doing, but
Deja vu.
Yeah!
you did it!
Oh my God! Stop! I say. Oh my God!
You're in the draw. Friday's draw.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you.
How good is that? Now, Samantha, did you text Mum real quick? Don't lie like you do. Come on. I mean, Lutzi we even gave you a little bit more time.
Plead the fifth.
Oh my God!
I may have even left your mic up, Samantha, so how'd you have
So
yelled
you could have
out?
just yelled it out. I thought I could hear you. Anyway, you're in the draw for Friday.
Now, make sure you're listening on Friday, okay?
Well done. Thank you.
Good on you, Claire. Good on you, Samantha. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Friday
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Jamie out of Cannon Hill on a debut performance.
How are you, boys?
Oh, mate. Although this is confusing, it says Jamie's about to head to work. He's a retired chef. What's going on? So what are you doing now?
Working at the Hospitality Superstore, mate, over at New Farm on Kingsford Smith Drive there, if anyone's looking for any gear.
Didn't know there was
for their
such a thing.
kitchens and stuff. Yeah, it's like Bunnings.
Oh, really?
Hospitality.
Yeah,
cool.
it's like Bunnings for hospitality, mate.
Where is that, Jamie?
Eagle Street, Kingsford Smith Drive, over at Eagle Farm.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, okay.
Not far from the Brecky Creek.
I've seen it actually on the left. I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture it.
Yeah, big. It's only new. It's only been there about 6 months.
Really? And it's open to the public? You just
Yeah, you can purchase public and commercial.
Schooner glasses.
Yeah, plenty of those, Lutsy. Plenty of those, mate.
Cool. Well, you check that out.
I think I might
Yeah,
go today.
that's the type of place I could walk around, you know.
Oh, yeah,
mile
for
by
sure.
mile, like Lutsy
Yeah,
at Silly
like a
Solly
Silly
sound cool and gutter. And then
Yeah,
when
it's
you,
set up like a Bunnings.
when, oh,
Yeah,
that
good.
sounds very good. When you were a chef, like, do they have to call you chef?
No,
No.
that's wanky.
Is that just a bit of sort of Gordon Ramsay BS? Is it always?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
You're chef.
yes,
Exactly,
chef.
mate.
Sorry, chef.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, Jamie.
No worries, boys.
$700 into the draw for the BYD at 03 at the end of the year. You get to choose your own colour too.
No problem.
With that car, which they look great.
Sounds
those things.
good.
All right, mate, let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the oldest living land animal?
Elephant.
What is Kylie Minogue's new album called?
Pass.
How many days are there in July?
31.
Who was the first president of the United States?
Pass.
Spell necessary.
NECESSARY.
What is Kylie Minogue's new album called?
Pass.
And who was the first president of the United States of America?
No idea, boys. Sorry.
Well, you've gone the distance there with a series of passes, so that's going to make it more
Yeah, I know.
difficult for you, I think.
Yes,
Necessary,
indeed.
I'm not even sure if you got that right. That's a hard word to spell.
Especially-
Yeah, I probably didn't even spell that right, mate.
Especially under pressure too.
I only went to school because it was Sunday. Someone to eat me lunch with.
That's awesome.
You double passed as well, which meant that you
Kylie Minogue, yeah.
have no
Who
time on
knows
it.
that?
You know what? I actually, as I just had a feeling, as soon as I said, what is Kylie Minogue's new album called, I immediately just put an X down, because I was like, he's not going to know this. And then
God, no.
I had to scribble it out and write P for pass.
It would have been a
Yeah.
miracle.
Like it was going to come back to you. The second
Yeah, exactly.
Give me time to think about it.
I thought that when you asked me again. I didn't know it the first time.
And then you passed again on it. You didn't even say, I don't know
Yeah,
then.
don't know would have saved you some time. But anyway.
All right,
Yeah.
let's bring in the game.
No.
Bring in, 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 bring in the game.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
All right, we're playing for $700. And a reminder, if you don't know by now, that we're playing twice a day. So 9 o'clock we'll play again. And it could be up to 800 if Suze has a victory here.
Nice.
Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the oldest living land animal?
The tortoise.
What is Kylie Minogue's new album called?
Padam.
How many days are there in July?
31.
Who was the first president of the United States?
Eisenhower.
Spell necessary.
NECCESSARY.
Stop the clock.
Oh my God.
Hold it double Tuco.
Oh my God.
Yeah! That's got that Alex the Kid written all over it, I reckon.
Hasn't it?
Necessary. You want to start with that? Suze, you spelt it NECCESS. You got it wrong.
Can't spell.
Jamie spelt it NECESSARY, and that is correct.
It's a good get.
Oh, Jesus.
Good get.
Well done.
You hit the front. Who was the first president of the United States? Jamie, you passed on that. We didn't get back to it. So
No.
you're wrong. Sue said it was Eisenhower. That's wrong. It was George.
Washington.
It was George.
He's first, was he? Yeah.
Geez.
Was it?
George
There
was
you go.
first. So it is 1-0 to Jamie, top of the third. How many days are there in July? You both said 31. That's correct. 2-1 Jamie, 2 to play. What is Kylie Minogue's new album called? Jamie passed twice on it.
Did you?
Has it come to you yet, mate?
No, it still hasn't. I wouldn't even know if Susan's having a guess either. So.
Kinda. It's half of one of her songs.
Yeah, Padam. That's the song, isn't it?
Padam.
Yeah. Tension 2.
Tension.
Tension 2.
2 with
There you go.
Yeah, Tension 2.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
She's coming to Brisbane, isn't she? She's one of the few artists popping to Brisbane. Popping into Brisbane.
So listen, the score here is 2-1 Jamie with 1 to play, and we come down to this: the oldest living land animal. Jamie reckons it's an elephant.
Oh yeah.
Suze reckons it's a tortoise.
Elephants have long gestation periods.
They've got long memories.
And long memories.
Yes.
And
the correct answer
Yes.
is the tortoise, which means that it's a 2-all draw, and you bloody passed all those times, Jamie, and that has cost you on time.
Oh, did you go to the buzzer, Jamie? Did you go right to the end?
He passed on 2 questions.
Oh, it's a rookie error. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, into the cave once it goes for you, Jamie.
No worries, mate.
Have you got a friend, a romantic friend, with flowers?
Yes, I do have Lutzy, actually.
Okay, I'll give you a $100 flowers for everyone.com.au voucher.
Nice.
So that's good for
Awesome.
that next big moment. You need to, save yourself.
Yeah.
There's also, it's a lot of.
What about somewhere where he can eat, so he doesn't have to do the bloody cooking all for once?
Yeah, well, the $100 Communer Cantina voucher. You'll absolutely love it there. We have a couple of drinks as well. So
Yeah, sounds great.
I'll give you that as well, buddy. There you go. Nice.
No worries. Thanks for that, guys.
Cheers, Jamie.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I reckon that song would sound really good on a subwoofer.
Oh, yeah. Bit of heavy bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not too old to get a subwoofer, am I? We've been talking about this off air all morning, actually, with Buzz and a little bit of Lutzy involvement. So I've just got a new car. I'm so excited. I've got a little Suzuki Jimny. It's got hotted up wheels.
It does look cool.
It looks cool. Hey, I've been wanting one since I was about 20, I reckon.
You were umming and ahhing for so long about whether you should buy it as well.
Yeah. You know why?
6 months, I reckon it was.
Because Cliff, who I'm married to, was so against me getting a Jimny, it wasn't funny. And so it was one of those things that I really wanted to buy it because I don't know why. I just thought it would be fun to have a really cute little four-wheel drive that I could maybe go to the beach with or whatever. Anyway, so I finally got one, and I got one with hotted up wheels. And Cliff finally came on board and actually did all the negotiations for it because we bought it on Cast House. So that was really good. But now I want to hot it up, so I want to get a stereo for it. And I just walked into, I tried to find someone young here in the office who maybe...
Did you find anyone?
who maybe had put, because I asked Lutzy and Buzz if they had ever put car stereos in their car, but
We're
they...
the youngest members of the breakfast. That makes sense.
And they reminded me that they actually buy cars that have pretty good car stereos in them.
Yeah, when you get to our age, usually the stereo's already in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just went across to Know-It-All Nick in the other studio. I ran across and go, Nick, have you got a good stereo in your car? And he goes, well, I would if I had a car.
Have you noticed he rides his bike to work?
With a boombox on the back of it.
He's so young he hasn't even got a car. But I've actually booked my car in to get a new stereo. So
what do you mean? You're getting a woofer?
Yeah, so I'm getting a head. You got to get a new head unit. I'm putting these speakers up in kind of next to the windscreen. These little mini ones.
Yeah.
Then I'm putting 2 new speakers in the doors.
At the back?
The front doors.
Front doors, yeah.
Next to me. And then in the boot of the Jimny, it's a 4-door, but the back 2 seats kind of go down. It's just like a little boot.
So you'll probably have the back seats down most of the time.
Yeah, the back seats are down. That's my...
But it's all enclosed in one space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boot is...
It'd be close.
Yeah, yeah.
But the subwoofer goes on the side of the back. It's going to sound so good. And then, but Buzz just said, why do I need a subwoofer?
Yeah.
It just seems like...
Because you listen to the ABC.
The ABC, Craig Zonka will be coming through Geez, with those deep apples of his, imagine the subwoofer
hearing
there.
Craig Zonka.
You're going to see that Jimny jumping all over. It'll jump from one lane to another.
Oh God!
Even Loretta's got that
Today's
sultry
feature
thing.
artist is boom, boom, boom.
But you can't if you're going to get a good stereo. You got to get a subwoofer, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't even know whether my car has it. The normal cars have subwoofers.
Don't think so.
Don't they?
I've got my thing has a Bose sound system. I think it's all built into the speakers.
So the subwoofer gives you the bass.
Essentially, yeah. The
So I
low
can
end.
Like your seat will be vibrating.
Well, I'm not. Well, I nearly got the subwoofer that went under my seat.
Ooh. Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that. I've actually tried
That'd be
a
a distraction.
I've actually tried a car.
Like if you listen to Barry Manilow on the... No, what's his name?
You gave it a test
You
drive.
gave it a
I
test.
did.
It's just too much. Gene Pitney vibrating through your legs like that. I mean, it's too much.
I did. It was too much. It was too much. You could actually switch off the subwoofer in the car that I tried.
If you
with
listen
it
to
under
Whitney
my-
Houston, I'll always love you with that thing going on.
I could actually.
You won't make it.
I can't wait to listen to. I've got a
Yeah,
dream.
what are you going to listen
What
to?
do you...
80s music. I've got a dream of myself next year. This is my dream.
Next year.
Yeah.
Well, just do it now, but anyway, yeah.
Oh, well, next holidays.
Yeah.
Not the next ones. The ones after the next ones because I'm busy on the next ones.
What?
So I'm driving. I get to a beach somewhere. I don't know which beach. I don't know whether I'm just going to go to Stratty or I'm going to go to Fraser or where's the close? Bribey. I think I can drive it on the beach at Bribey.
Oh, so you're actually going to drive it on the beach?
Yep. Even though Cliff said don't drive it on the beach, it'll get dirty and you just have to clean it.
Fun, isn't it?
Make sure
So many rules, Cliff.
Make sure you're underwater. You got to do the underwash stuff.
Yeah.
You do, otherwise
it'll rust out.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And he'll be doing that. So that's
Oh,
probably why.
don't you start. I know where he's going with his underwash thing.
Because it will rust out if you don't keep washing it.
Yeah. I have no, so this is me driving on the beach. The windows down, the wind in my hair.
Yeah.
Playing an 80s banger on my subwoofer.
Bet middle of the rose.
No.
Some say
have you got that one? Oh, what else?
what's a banger that would be? I'm walking on. You see, walking on sunshine. We play that a lot.
Oh, this one.
Susie.
The climb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on. Wait, it kicks in.
Yeah.
This is the rose.
This is the rose.
Yeah.
Can we get to the fast part?
Nope.
There isn't a fast
You
part.
think I got a hook in the system for this song?
Yeah.
There's no hook.
I don't think the subwoofer's helping this song.
Why are you getting it then?
Well, what's the one that you want then?
What about Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Or even True Colours by Cyndi Lauper?
You don't need a subwoofer for True Colours.
Don't you either? Well, think of a song. And
This one. Technically, it's subwoofer.
I've got my surfboards on the roof.
More of a treble song.
Maybe I'll drive up to Double Island just by myself. I'm going to have a little esky in the back
Nice.
with some ice and some food in it.
Nice. Some watermelon.
Doesn't sound fun.
Maybe you can get in the back and with the subwoofer once you get to your destination.
Do what?
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Join the celebration at Kitchen Warehouse McGregor Housewarming Party this Saturday, 28th of September, 9am to 12pm. Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill's Kitchen Games.
This is happening on Thursday. Winner walks away with $3,000 to spend in-store at Kitchen Warehouse, all celebrating their opening in McGregor.
This is on Kessel's Road. Oh, this is definitely my old wheelhouse. This street. There's great shops along there. So Kitchen Warehouse is there now as well.
And
good.
And what is it? It's just is it
Appliance.
$3,000 that you have to spend in one hit?
I don't think
Can
so.
You hold on to it?
I would.
You know, a little bit here, a little bit there.
I don't know if I'd be able to hold on to that though. I think I'd go crazy. This you get those stand mixers, those KitchenAid stand mixers.
Oh
there.
yeah.
Really good. Have you got your item?
I've got my item. Everyone's got a kitchen item here now. Troy out of Pimpam, are you there, bro? We got
I am.
We got you there. Okay, now choose either me or Lutzi or Suze, and we'll describe an item to you. And if you get it right, you're the winner, my friend.
So who do you want?
Who do you want? Who do you want?
Ash, Lutzi or Susie?
I'll go for Suze.
Okay. They usually do.
Okay, my item. Oh, she decided to.
Don't beat around the bush.
I love it. Don't beat around
Yeah.
the bush. That's an excellent. That's an excellent.
Well, don't whip him.
Whip. I would not whip him.
I wouldn't probably let you.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's it.
Just-
I don't think you're doing hand symbols.
Helps.
Any idea, Troy?
I'm wrapping my hand around in a.
I'm going to go with an egg beater.
Oh yeah, so
Is
it is. It is.
Yes.
It's a handheld.
It's like a whisk.
Egg whisk.
Whisk.
but
Egg
like-
Take it.
whisk.
We'll take it.
Good enough.
Good
Good
enough.
enough, Troy.
Well done, Troy. Sorry for the explanation. My blind went blank. my mind went blank.
Right.
It's late.
Well done. So,
See you
Troy.
Thursday there, Troy.
Yeah, good.
Cool bananas.
There we go.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
This could be anything, so I'm going to play it. Just keep an
Where's
open
this
mind.
from? Okay.
It's the one and only D-O-double-G. Schrinn-Dog. Schrinn-Dog. Da-da-da-da-da. You know we mobbing with the Mara Brizzy. Yeah.
That
still works. That's you, Buzz.
I have no recollection doing that. That was me.
That was you, wasn't it?
Anyway.
You know what's bizarre about that is that we were just saying off air as the Lord Mayor, because it's capital city, so you are the Lord Mayor. That's
Lord
correct,
Mayor.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And you were saying back in the day, everyone was going off Snoop Dogg and adding dog to their last
That's
name.
right,
That's
yeah.
how Schrinn-Dog came
That's
about.
where it came from.
There you go.
Welcome.
It was
We
a
harnessed it.
mid 1990s kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
Yep.
Yeah.
You haven't been mayor since the mid '90s, though.
No, definitely
No,
not.
but he's been
2019.
Yeah.
2019.
5 years, eh?
How's it going?
Well, it's never a dull moment. Brisbane is like on fire. It is like the progress, the momentum. You have to look out the window here from where you are.
Yeah.
And you can just see like the change. It's
Yep.
awesome.
Well, we've been here for a long time doing this show. We used to count the cranes in Brisbane and see, what's happening out there as a part of the city actually,
Yeah.
and to see the infrastructure that's being built, and it looks like things are back and active again.
Well, everyone wants to live here. Everyone wants to visit here. Just have a look at Howard Smith Wharf's precinct, the Carlisle Hotel precinct, everything that's happening along the river, the new Queen's Wharf. There's so much momentum. It's exciting.
Metro, we want to have a look at because it's probably the one that impacts the most people. But we also want to talk about Howard Smith Wharf and a couple other things. But the Metro, talk us through exactly what, specifically as far as the exclusive rides people can take this week in relation to the Metro and what's happening there.
Well, the Metro is coming. Services start on the 21st of October between 8 Mile Plains and the University of Queensland. So that's the first just day-to-day services. There's a preview.
Sorry, just quickly. Still on the busway.
Yep,
Still the
that's
same
right.
sort of route, but a different bus.
Yeah, and these things are effectively trackless trams. It's
They
a bus.
look like trams.
Yeah, it's a bus that is pretty much the size of a tram.
Okay.
And has a lot of tram-like features like the route map, next stop announcements, like you would get in a train or a tram.
Okay. So there's more of them.
Free Wi-Fi, USB charging, and most
Traditional
importantly,
bus seating, like
it's more like a tram.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So sort of stand
So
up.
these are Swiss made,
Mhm.
and in Switzerland where they were made, they're called the light tram.
Okay.
But anyway, the point is,
Yeah.
we can speculate on what they are. I know people want to get on board. So this is the opportunity we have now. We've got 5 double passes to give away for a sneak preview this Sunday.
Ooh.
You can be amongst the first members of the public this Sunday to ride on the Brisbane Metro.
And you're giving us the opportunity to give them away to our listeners now?
100%.
13, 24,
double
10.
passes.
How good's that?
Cool.
So talk us through when it does officially open. That route is from.
So two lines will open there from 8 Mile Plains through to the Royal Brisbane Women's Hospital,
Right.
along the busway, and also we're building a new section of tunnel on Adelaide Street to connect in as well. And then the other one will be from Royal Brisbane Women's Hospital through to the University of Queensland. So they're the first 2 lines.
Mhm.
But you may have heard recently we're working with the state government and federal government to plan the next expansion of Metro to more areas. So there's the North Side Metro we're looking at, out to the airport precinct in Hamilton.
That'd be good.
Also potentially down to Springwood, and then out into the eastern suburbs along the old Cleveland Road corridor. And I think it's pretty clear that as Brisbane grows, we need better transport, and this is going to the next level.
What is the benefit of this as opposed to the traditional buses? These are electric. Are they like?
So they can carry around 100 more passengers than a normal bus, but more importantly, it's a turn-up-and-go system. So 5 minutes or less, it will come all the way through the day.
Oh, wow. Right, okay.
You'll see these high-frequency turn-up-and-go kind of. So it's
It's more usable,
It's
isn't
what
it?
Brisbane needs to get people on public transport when you don't have to worry about the timetable.
Well, it gives the city that more of a feel, like even at Paris Olympics, their metro system works pretty, or New York, for instance. Like, that when you get to the station,
You don't have to
you're
wait
not,
long.
You're
No,
not going, it's 45 minutes to the next
Cou-
thing. It
couple
gives
of
it
minutes.
that cosmopolitan sort of feel of you're on your way. Bang. You get off it, you find another one. Bang.
And even at night, so they'll run till late at night, maximum every 10 minutes at night. So, this is the sort of frequency that gets people onto public transport. And the other great thing is 50-cent fares are in place now, so you'll be able to ride the metro for 50 cents.
That's included. Okay.
How long is that going to stay in place, that 50 cent? Because that's going to be a brave person that goes, time's up now.
Well,
that party's over.
I think both the government and the opposition have committed to keeping it.
Yes.
So it's here to stay, which is fantastic.
Yeah. So that's something that's going to remain.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's already boosted up patronage significantly. So we've seen more people catching public transport since it's been in place. Trains, buses, ferries. There's been like a 40% increase in ferry trips, which is great. City Cats.
And will this metro join in with the Cross River Rail? And then when's that going to be finished?
Yeah, so there's a number of interchange points where you can change from Cross River Rail to Metro or Metro to Cross River Rail. Cross River Rail is, I understand, still a year or so away, but Metro starts 21st of October.
Wow. Very quickly, Howard Smith Wharves, I saw you on your Instagram yesterday saying, subject to council approvals and yada, 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 some pretty huge things that what has already been a game changer for Brisbane in the works for Howard Smith Wharves and that precinct down there.
Well, look, it's been so popular, and there's a proposal that's been put up to council for assessment to build a pool out over the water, so on an elevated, effectively on stilts.
Yeah, wow.
So it'll be a deck sort of pool, a new hotel as well, and some other major improvements to Howard Smith Wharves. And I think this is because they've been so successful, and now Queen's Wharf has opened up. They sort of want to up the ante again to keep it fresh, to keep it vibrant. But we will need more hotel rooms as well between now and the Olympics, there's no doubt.
Are you confident that the Olympics is going to be something that is not Queenslanders, but people from Brisbane as well, that we're going to be proud of?
Well, we're working on it. I think the critical thing is getting this independent authority set up.
Yep.
So the government is committed to it, the opposition is committed to it, and that means we'll take some of the politics out of the decision making, which has ruined things to this point in time. I think that the politics has held us back. So it's now been 3 years since we were awarded the Olympics, and the progress has been frustratingly slow, and a big part of that has been politics. So getting this independent authority with good independent people on the board, I think that'll supercharge it.
And the other one I wanted to quickly mention is our good friend JC, John Collins, the nighttime commissioner.
Yes.
Which I think is a critical thing, particularly leading into 2032.
It was either going to be JC or you.
They made the right decision. I think this is it has a huge impact for a lot of Brisbaneites again.
Yeah, definitely. And look, let's face it, Brisbane tends to be an early rising city, but that also means that people go to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And there needs to be more activation after dark and later into the night. If you travel around the world, I mean, look, I accept that some cities don't really open up until 10 or 11 o'clock. If you try and
like Barcelona and things.
You try and go to the shops in a lot of places. The shops don't open till 10 o'clock or 11.
Restaurants.
So Brisbane opens early, but it shuts early, and we need to keep it open longer because there's a huge demand with international visitors who want to do things after dark, and having those opportunities. That's what JC is all about.
And it's all ages as well. It isn't just for like young 20-year-olds after dark, is it? I've heard it's for even our age.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's not just about night clubbing. It's every aspect of what you can do after dark. So.
Great stuff. Busy.
Well, mate, those tickets have been snapped up.
Yep.
The first people that want to ride on the Brisbane Metro, which is launching later this year, but the debut is
this weekend,
this
Sunday.
Mate. The tickets have gone.
Special ride along this Sunday.
So thanks for coming in and telling us about that.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Who are we saying hello to here? Full border callers as always. It's Natalie.
Is it?
Let's say so. Natalie out of Birkdale, is that you going once, going twice?
That is definitely me, sorry. Here I am.
Don't apologise. It's a sign of weakness.
Always.
I'm writing your name down. Natalie out of Birkdale says you're working from home as a test cricket analysis. Is that what we're doing at
big
home?
one.
Software testing.
Software
So like
testing.
Kerry O'Keefe.
Yeah. Software testing, Lutzy, which of course is...
Well, it's testing software.
Yeah.
Testing updates as they come through.
All right. Okay.
It's kind of interesting.
Well, you've rung through at a pretty good time, Natalie, because it's $800 that we're playing
Oh,
for.
gosh.
Sue's had a win
Okay.
an hour ago, and you're in the draw for the BYD Atto 3. All right, let's go. Let's get down to business. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. How many colours are in a rainbow?
7.
Who voices Maui in Disney's Moana?
Dwayne Johnson.
Which Australian state will be the home to the new 19th AFL team?
Tasmania.
What is a group of foxes called?
Don't know.
What is 26 plus 17?
Don't know. Sorry.
Oh, you're going so good.
Oh, I know I lost it. Sorry.
You were on fire early. And
Bum.
you died away at the end. Now, that maths question at the end, I know that Suze will get that correct. She's pretty good when it comes to that. But, yeah, I think this will be close, Natalie. What did you have left on the clock there? I'll just check with Buzz now.
3 seconds, Nat, for you.
A little bit of money in the bank. We'll see if it will be enough. Buzz, you just sang the song for the Lord Mayor that you can't even remember.
Yep.
Do you remember doing this gimp?
Oh, which one is it?
I don't know. It just says Buzz.
Oh, God, this could be anything. Let's have a listen. Oh, my God.
Don't know what you heard about me. Madam Butterfly, they call her Susie. She works with Buzz, Ash, and Lutzy. And she's the GIMP, G-I-M-P.
Not bad.
Quite some airtime today, haven't I? Am I singing?
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
What are we up to? Is it $800?
800.
Ooh.
800.
Ooh.
Okay, so to make it 900 tomorrow when we play at 8 o'clock, 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. How many colours are in a rainbow?
7.
Who voices Maui in Disney's Moana?
Don't know.
Which Australian state will be the home to the new 19th AFL team?
WA.
What is a group of foxes called?
School.
What is 26 plus 17?
42.
Stop the clock. No need for a
Foxes.
Tuco.
Foxes.
Woo-hoo!
Daddy.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Nat.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm hungry. Hey.
Me too.
Yeah.
Get a cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Hungry again.
Must have worms.
Oh.
That's what your mum says when you're hungry. Remember? Anyone
You need
remember
some
that
Combantrin food.
Oh, God. Yeah.
What?
Then had to get rid of them.
Combantrin, worm
Oh.
tablets.
Oh.
Jeez. Pill 'em out.
Pardon?
You pill 'em out.
The worms? I suppose.
I actually want to be physically ill right now.
No,
Can I
whenever
finish off this quiz? No,
No,
please
no.
talk about Combantrin.
Natalie, whenever I went on beach holidays, because we're in the sand, we'd come home from our beach holidays and Mum would go, time for a deworming.
It used to be common. Used to be all the
It was
time.
super common. I
Yep.
don't think I ever dewormed my kids.
Oh, we got dewormed quite regularly.
Yeah, there was a thing. Well, you're kind of my age, Lutzy. Sorry to put you in the category.
And that, because it, you had to put undies on, special stuff.
Did you?
And wash them, because otherwise you're just transferring them.
And all your sheets, like hot wash,
the whole lot,
everything.
yeah.
You deworm yourself and then wash all your clothes special.
What a horrible job for those worms, by the way.
So gross.
Their life. How do they get in?
Well, I think if you eat sand, you maybe
So it
swallow.
goes in through the mouth.
Yeah, you might swallow some of the eggs.
How you going with this, chat, Ash?
Mate, I've held out about 10 seconds. I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many colours are in a rainbow? You both said 7, and that's correct. That was a good get. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. 1-1. Who voices Maui in Disney's Moana? Suze said, I don't know.
Yep.
Don't know. Was that? Yeah. Natalie said Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
What?
And that is correct.
You're kidding me.
That is a
I
great
thought it'd be a
get,
girl.
Nat.
A girl. Is Maui a boy?
Now he's a big male, yeah.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, it's 2-1
done.
to Natalie. Which Australian state will be home to the new 19th AFL team?
AFL?
AFL team.
Oh, bugger.
This is
Tasmania.
where, like, quite often it works in Suze's favour that we'll be talking about something that coincidentally turns out to be. But we were just talking about the fact that Western Australia is going to have an NRL team
We
off
were.
air, and I reckon that swayed your judgment
It
there.
did.
Natalie, you said Tasmania,
Oh, no.
and that is correct. So you've hit the front.
You know when you said it's not close, I just presumed that I won.
Yeah, no, it's well 3-1,
Sorry,
and
Natalie.
I haven't played a Tuco. A group of foxes.
If you got this, then you are a genius.
No, you didn't get that, Nat. You said I don't know.
Good.
And Suze, I thought you were gonna jag it because you said a school.
Yeah.
It's a skulk.
Ah.
I was like, oh my god, if she gets skulk.
No.
But you didn't. 3-1. You can't be beat at this point,
Oh,
Natalie. Just
what?
sit back and enjoy the
How
rest.
good for you.
26 plus 17. You said I don't know. Suze, I said Suze had nailed this one, but she didn't. She got it wrong too. Suze said 42. Correct answer 43. Doesn't matter. 3-1 victory to Natalie. You're smarter than Suze, and you've just won $800.
Yay! Thanks, guys. That's so exciting. Woohoo.
When I look back, I'll always recall.
Go on, Nat.
Oh, I can't sing.
Neither can we. This was the moment, the greatest moment, the greatest moment of them all.
Go on, Nat. Finish us off strong. Final word, Nat. Final word.
Okay. Nice.
Ash, Lutzi, and Susie O'Neill's end of show recap.
I was down at Coolangatta during the week, had a week off, and was blown away by Silly Sollies at Cooley. Are you actually Solly? Are you Solly?
Yeah, mate, I am.
Man, that Coolangatta store is off the chart. I had a field day in there.
Some of this stuff is cheap enough. Take it home and just throw it at the cat to make the baby laugh.
Katy Perry, well, she's going to be performing at the grand final. She wanted to play 2 of her new songs, but they've agreed on 1 of her new songs. So they want her to play Firework. They want her to play. Have you got Raw?
I'm playing it.
Oh. I'm a big fan of hers.
What else has she got? Raw.
I've actually booked my car in to get a new stereo. So
what do you mean? You're getting a woofer?
it's going to sound so good. And then, but Buzz just said, why do I need a subwoofer?
Yeah.
It just seems like
Because you listen to the ABC.
ABC, Craig Zonga will be coming through. Jeez, with those deep apples of here, just imagine the subwoofer there.
Craig Zonga.
You're going to see that chimney jumping all over. It'll jump from one lane to another.
Ash, Lutzi, and Susie O'Neill. The Ash, Lutzi, and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.